and then they charge forward, and you'll actually see like a little particle specular effect coming off the lance as they do that, charging through enemies, and great fun to see the enemies literally go flying in the air.
Great. Awesome.
Wow, this is pretty. This is great.
So actually what you're seeing here are also our pre-made characters for the show. So there's yours.
Awesome, that's great.
How many characters are you planning to allow per server?
Per server is still something which we're filling out. Per account, however, currently we're looking at 8.
How many servers will there be actually?
Sorry?
How many servers will there be actually?
Oh, again, things we're still filling out. Right now we're focusing on the game production. So you've arrived at Island of Dawn, and essentially, I'm sure you guys have played this once or twice. So collection request is real simple. You use F as your use key, which is dynamic. It'll be used for picking up items as well as collecting quests. Rewards are divided between gold, items, experience. And as you can tell, these are just starting off with basic FedEx quests, go from one NPC to another, to more complex quests such as kill X number of enemies, collect item, and we actually received one of the biggest pieces of feedback that we received from actually focus group, and we mentioned this in our post-mortem articles, was that we do want to see more, well, the community wants to see more types of quests, which is something we're already working on. More types of quests.
And it seems like the community might be tiring with grind quests. Are you attempting to do more of a, I don't know, more of a quest type quest rather than having them go out and kill 20 mobs here or 20 mobs there? What is TERA planning to do as far as the quest system to make it more interesting?
Well, as mentioned, we're going to be actually expanding the number of types of quests, and that will introduce quests that are more dynamic and that chain better together, in addition to our story. The ratio of story quests to kind of basic quests will also be improved upon.
Graphics are amazing.
Graphics are running off of the Unreal 3 engine, and let's see. But for those people who are concerned about whether they'll be able to play the game, really, they can rest assured any computer built in the past 4 years should really be able to play the game just fine.
Awesome.
Yep. Yeah, we've got some preliminary recommended specs on the website, I believe. Check out our FAQ.
Is this game going to feature or be compatible with like the double GPUs? What is it called? The ATI Skyfire, I believe, where you'll be able to use two graphic cards to increase the speed of the game, or
so essentially kind of like Crossfire or
Yeah.
SLI.
Right. Crossfire. I said Skyfire. Wow.
Although I don't know the specifics on that offhand, I do know that it's something we're aware of because we do want the game to run as beautifully as possible.
Okay.
I have a high-end machine. I'm just curious as to like, is this like the maximum settings of the game?
Yes. So actually, if you run over to some of the Gilead, we'll be able to show off of our action combat.
Okay.
Actually, hit Alt once more.
Whoops. Oh.
Okay. Click on your hearts. Click on it.
Oh.
All right. Go back to the fire. Sorry, if you go back to the campfire. Yeah, I just wanted to pull in.
Which camp? One of these?
There you go. Okay. So hit Alt again. So we've had a lot of questions about this heart, basically heart thing is what people have been calling it. If you drag that over back into frame, so click on and drag, there you are. So the stamina here, really, that's what we're calling it, it is the stamina. And as you see, the percentage goes up the longer that you rest by these campfires. Now, you don't have to go to ones that are permanent, you also have ones that are your inventory and can be cast anywhere and dropped anywhere. What stamina does is you'll notice on your HP and MP bars, there's a number here at the end. It's in the green at the moment, and it's increasing with each tick of this percentage. 45, should go to 48, there you are. And what that's doing is basically giving you a little bit of buff for having a rested character, a well-rested character. As you see, we went from good stamina to abundant stamina, and of course the inverse of that is that when you die, well, your stamina goes low. It drops down to nothing, in fact. And what that's going to do is actually debuff you a little bit and take off a little bit of your health, take a little bit of your mana. Again, that's just one of the death penalties of the game.
At what point are they planning to put the penalties at? Is that 50%? So if you drop below 50, is it going to be a penlow, or is it just at 0?
Let's see, I can't actually recall the precise percentage where we go from buff to debuff, but I believe it's low. I mean, you're going to have to go through a lot of basic fighting before you're going to get so tired that you're going to have to go in stamina without having died. So again, when you die, it drops down to 0, and then you can start going up again.
Is there going to be any vitality system at all in here?
Sorry, vitality system?
Vitality system, like the longer you don't play, the faster you gain experience.
A rest system?
Yeah, rest system, yeah, too.
Let's see. I know it's one of the things that we're aware of, but have not yet implemented.
Okay.
Additionally, since we're talking about death penalties, as you can see, your armor and your weapon here have these slots down here. If you cursor over them, I believe it'll explain what they are. There you are. So these are crystal slots, and each armor and each weapon have a different number of crystal slots, up to 4. Now, crystals are specific to whether they go in the armor or they go in the weapon, and they vary in the stats as well. What happens is that when you get them, you'll be able to socket them into the armor or the weapon, and you'll be able to switch them out, but you won't be able to, you'll be able to rather put them in, but you won't be able to take them out of the weapon once they're in. Now, one way to, you can replace them with new weapons, with new crystals, but you will not be able, what I'm trying to actually say is that one of the other potential death penalties is that when you die, the crystals may shatter. So it's essentially one of those things which can cause a little loss and give you more reason to not die.
So what are these EP points? We see the XP and the level up there, but what are the EP stand for? What does the EP stand for?
Yeah. That's one of the things that I do normally know, but I can't think of offhand.
Okay.
So let's get into that combat system.
Yeah, let's do it.
And check that out.
All right.
Are these mobs aggro at all?
So just to
no?
kind of give you a quick overview of it, we're going to be, if you use your normal attack, this is going to be your left click. You're going to find that you're going to be doing normal attacks, but that you're going to actually be in range to make sure you hit him. And you won't be able to select if you're going to actually be hitting him based off of this reticle right here. Now, as you saw here, he kind of had a little bit of a charge up there. He had a bit of he was telegraphing his move, much like he was doing there, pulling back his arm and swinging in. And so what you're going to be focusing on is not just doing damage, but also getting out of the way to avoid damage yourself.
Sure.
Yeah. And of course, the AI for later monsters is going to be more challenging, and you're going to have to actually fight them more and more to realize what their tells are and how best to fight them.
Well, this has been some more information for you guys on TERA. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you so much for all of your support, for watching our video and giving us those suggestions. And again, thank you for joining us.